Okay, so like I said, I have special guests today. We have Mr. Pat Kennedy from the drum department at Roland. I think he's a big boss or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
He's a big boss. So we're gonna have fun today. I asked Pat. I said, "Hey, Pat, why don't you come over to the house?" And I wonder if we can use the V-Drums to record as a MIDI controller and trigger drums into the Phantom. So we were kind of like, yeah, let's go ahead and try it. And I tell you what, it is not hard at all. So all we need is a MIDI cable in here so you guys can see just a nice MIDI cable. That's all we need. MIDI cable. And we plugged into, on Pat's drums, we plugged into the, what is it, Pat? To the
It's the MIDI out on the back of the module. This is the TD27 module, and they're all relatively in the same spot.
Yep, and then we went into the back of the Phantom and did MIDI in. MIDI in. So you guys can kind of see that.
And then the other cool thing, let me jump into the screen. So when you go into the MIDI setting, the MIDI menu, it is already mapped out to channel 10, which automatically talks to the Phantom, right? So it literally took no setup at all other than plug in that cable on this module, plug it into that Phantom over there, across the other side of the room, and bada bing. And the sounds you're hearing then, I'm actually playing the drum sounds from the Phantom, right? So I've actually, you can see on my module, my master volume is all the way down here. So we're not hearing anything of the module drum kits right now. So I know that the screen says tight funk on it, whatever, but that's not actually the kit we're hearing. That's just the screen that is up on the module. We're actually hearing the drum sounds from Ed's Phantom.
Yeah, so
on
like
the other side of the room.
So if you just play a little bit, this is the standard kit 3. Oh. And now I'll switch. This is very cool. Just let's switch into another kit real quick so you guys can see.
Oh, that's very levee breaks-ish. Ooh, we got a bass drum on the hi-hat. So, fun things. It's all good, right? So these are all fun, like, hey, surprise. So, okay, we'll have to go in eventually and reassign maybe what the MIDI channel is, you know, on depending on what pad or what area of the pad. So, like, it sounds like hi-hat on top, but if I hit the edge, it was a bass drum sound. So it's got to be something in the MIDI mapping there.
Yeah.
But again, those are simple things to solve down the road. But the connectivity piece that we're talking about, that's the really cool stuff.
Yeah, because you know, as Pat's saying, we can always make adjustments in this, you know, because it's MIDI. The great thing is I'm trying to get Pat's drums, because Pat plays drums a little bit better than I do on the finger drumming, just a little bit, just a little though.
Right on,
just a little. But
you have, I mean, professional finger drumming is
professional.
A thing, you know,
it is a thing, but I'm not there. So let's go ahead and have some fun. I'm gonna choose this kit. Pat, can you deal with this one real quick? Oh wait, no, I don't want to use that one. We're gonna just pick a decent kit on here. And how about this studio kit? Can you?
That'll work.
Okay, so let's have some fun and let's see if this will work inside the sequencer in the Phantom. This is going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to press the pattern button on the Phantom real quick. Boom, got the pattern going. Let's look inside the patterns. And Pat's already set on MIDI channel 10. I'm on MIDI channel 10. Let's go ahead and press record. I'm going to turn down my volume for a second while we go over this. And I'm going to set Pat at 2 measure count in. I'll do a length of, let's do 4 measures. Let's do 4 measures. And then I'll tell input quantize. Now, this is interesting. On input quantize, we have a couple of options here. So I might go ahead and use grid or shuffle. But we can always adjust that afterwards if we needed to. But I'll do grid. And I think Pat said we could do a resolution of a 16th note, and he'll be fine, you know. But remember, we do have resolutions of quarter note, 6 triplet, 8th, 12th, 24th, 32nd. So we can get down in there. So you got to have to find the sweet spot depending on what your drummer's playing. You know, find that sweet spot. But I think we're going to just stick with 16th note right here. I think we're set. let's adjust that tempo to right here. Let's do it like a 105.
That's cool.
Okay, feel that, Pat? Can you hear it?
I got it.
Okay, so Pat hears it. So I'm going to press start. And so Pat has 2 measures, and he's going to play 4 measures. And I think we're just going to record a bunch of drums. All right, here we go. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, check it out. Let's look at Pat. What's Pat doing right now? Pat's not doing anything.
No hands.
No hands, Mom, because we already recorded it in the Phantom. How cool is that?
So now, Ed, that becomes a pattern on your Phantom, right? So you can use that as a background drum loop to play along to, right? For
Absolutely.
just messing around purposes, or if you're trying to record some tracks and you just want to utilize your whole Phantom as the workstation, you can do it that way too.
So I can come into my Phantom now if I wanted to, and just play something right on here. Like if I wanted to do just like a quick bass, and I can just choose, and I can just play here what you're doing. Of course, this beat to me, and I don't know, I'll get into copyright, but I also want to do the. Okay, I think that's all I can do. You know what I'm going for, right? You know what I'm going for.
Yeah, we're about 10 clicks too slow, but I got you there. It's all good.
It was
all good.
Yeah, was that
the spirit is there.
The spirit is there. Let's answer a quick question. How do you save compression effects to one of these zones? Oh, not yet. Let's not go here yet. It's you would write it into the tone. Let me get back to you on that. It's not hard, but you would write it into the tone. But let's do this. Let's do another one. So Pat's in. We're gonna stay where we are in that scene, and this time, Pat, can you do a different drum beat?
Sure.
So, okay, we got 4. Same thing. We got 2 measures count in it. Give me 4 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, look at Pat, not playing anything.
No hands.
Because we already recorded it via MIDI. And let me shut it down. Here we go. There you go. So now we have 2 different patterns that we can choose from. That first one that Pat recorded. A second one that Pat recorded. Now I have these MIDI patterns that quickly that he recorded with his V-Drums. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this is because a lot of you guys and gals out there might have V-Drums out there. And, Pat, which V-Drums would these work with?
This would work with all of our V-Drums, right? Any module that has a MIDI out jack on the back, which is 99.9% of all of our drum modules, this will work. So you could run your drum kit into the Phantom, use it as a triggering device to trigger those MIDI sounds. And then, like Ed said, you have the patterns, whatever you input through the drums now becomes part of the Phantom, but then you could also change the sound of the drums afterwards. So like post-production, right? Maybe that kit, the studio kit that we just used as the example, wasn't exactly the sound you wanted. Well, you can now change just the drum kit itself, so it'll play that same part with a new sounding drum kit. You want to show them that real quick?
Absolutely. So as Pat's saying, Pat's, let's use his second example here. I like what he did rhythmically, but I don't want that kit. I don't like how that sounds. So I can come into here, maybe choose another kit. And I have a bunch of them in here. Let's see what this tight room kit sounds like. Total different vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Total. Let's do a ballad. Total different vibe. Let's do a power tight kick.
And that power kit may sound good with that first drum beat, right?
Oh, let's try
more of the straight 8s,
let's
up
do
and down.
This kit, and you. Freaky right there. So this, I'm gonna go back. I think that my favorite of this kits was that.
Yeah, the tight room kit sounded really good.
Yeah, there it is. That's cool. very easy to do. Very easy to do for all of you out there. If you have access to V-Drums, you can record, play your drummer. You can have them play some real drum beats, knock it in there, and you'll have those patterns. Also, let's be aware that since they are MIDI, if I want to, and I don't like, I wish Pat would have played that faster. No problem. It's MIDI.
There I go.
There you go. Or he played it too fast. No problem. We got it.
Slow down, drummer. Slow down.
Can you do a Latin rhythm?
I can.
So here's same tempo. Well, simple 107. Is that good?
Give me like a 116.
But Pat, all the other ones were at 105.
That's cool
because it's MIDI.
And if we want, let's play it at the 116, and then we can bring it down to match the others.
Okay, so here, just give it a quick testy before we test before we record.
Nice.
See here, how's it sound? And if you just,
I got the click. We're ready.
Oh, Pat doesn't need to get ready. Okay, hold on.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. 2 measure counting. I'm counting for Pat just the first measure, and because he's not in front of the Phantom. Just a way to help him out. He's going to give me 2 measure counting, 4 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Look at that right away. Right.
Bam.
And this is MIDI. So if maybe that drum kit isn't loud enough, I can always bring it in here. I can always go and do, if I wanted to, I can do a little bit of editing on that particular drum kit. We get into the compression someone was asking about, and we will cover that later. I'm gonna turn this kit up all the way, and let me go ahead and take my time. Don't mess it up, Ed, because I do that sometimes.
This is a live show, Ed.
Live show.
Don't mess it up.
So look at that right away. So right there, we have there. Pat played it too fast, no problem. Or I want to learn what Pat did. Or I want to really speed it up.
Bonus points for whoever can type in the name of that pattern in the comment section.
Yeah. So let's answer a couple of questions real quick. Let's see here. Hold on one sec. Let me find the questions. All right, here we go. It says, how do you save compression? We're going to get to the compression one. That's a different one. Can you do this on the FA series? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. You can do this on the FA series because it's a MIDI sequencer. So all you would do is just as I set it up in this Phantom, I just set it up so that way it's going to the sequencer. Our drums are on MIDI channel 10, but you could technically route them however you want. You just have to make sure the drums that are in the Phantom match what the kit, the V-Drums, is sending out. Okay, so if your drums are on MIDI channel 10, which that's where they are historically, but you can adjust them, just make sure your V-Drums are on that same kit. Out of the V-Drums, MIDI out. MIDI's a one-way street going into the Phantom, and you're set to go. Let's see here. Another question says, can you assign different drum kits to 2 different patterns and string them together? Ooh, this is a good question. I haven't tried this. Let's give this a shot real fast. So your question...
Oh, I like it. I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
So put the studio kit on that first pattern and then the tight room kit on the second pattern or something like that and see if it works.
So what they say. Okay, cool. So let's try it this way. So I would probably go into here. I'd go into pattern utility, and that one's highlighted. Let's do this one. I'm going to copy this one. And I am going to, let's paste it in let's paste it here.
Number 9, right in
and
Volcano.
I'm gonna also paste it right here with the Latin one. We're gonna try a couple things. All right, cool. So let me exit one time. All right, so now we have 2 patterns, but right now, this will be funny. Right now, this one's set on piano. So if I play it back, that's how it sounds on piano. Okay.
Very avant-garde.
Very avant-garde.
That's very cool.
That was cool. And so let's try it this way. Now I'll go into the piano, and I'm going to say, no, I want drums. And we're going to use a different drum kit. And let's hear it now. And I'll adjust the mix of it real quick. See? And now, let's bring in that other pattern. So I'll say, okay. So you guys together. There's that guy. Oh, yeah, boy.
So those are playing simultaneously at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Could you do it where drum kit A, that's in channel 9C, would be, say, the verses, and then in channel 10C, the Latin pattern, it's the tight room in the choruses or something like that.
Absolutely, because right now we have them in this example, and this is the key thing that the patterns are, inside this sequence are really good. So yeah, we could say, all right, I'm going to keep it in that kit. Anything that plays down this column is that kit. But what Patch is saying, like, yeah, I could come into here once again, pattern utility. I have that Latin kit, that Latin rhythm. I could copy it. Once again, I could put it in that column. I could go ahead and paste. I don't forget this guy. I could take this one, that first one we did, and I could copy. Got to take my time, okay? And let's go ahead and put him here right in. I'm gonna have some fun. Let's put him here, and then let's put him here. But I'm gonna go ahead and exit one time. I'm going to mute these guys for a second. Just hold down. Okay, hold down. Got to change this to an actual kit real fast. And let's change to a different drum kit. Maybe that power kit, because that was working pretty good.
It's like studio.
Okay, can we be sued? I don't know if we could be sued. Okay, stop it. That's too much of that. That's too much.
Sorry.
Too much. Okay.
I do not own the rights to that music.
Yeah. So now we could come in here. I'm going to have this trigger and this trigger. Okay, so now we got we have 3 drum kits with 3 different patterns. Okay. Now let's bring in the Latin. Oh yeah, boy. And now let's bring in the other one. Shoo.
Music productions while you wait.
Yeah. So, whoa, good job. Shout out to Pat, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Yay.
What fun. What cool fun that is.
Okay, so we're recording right now. I'm going to edit this video, and I'm going to put it on Roland product support for you guys. So as you can see, recording MIDI using the Roland V-Drums as MIDI controller, a drum MIDI controller, into the Phantom is completely possible and very easy. All I did was go out of the V-Drums into the Roland Phantom, and all I had to do was hook up a MIDI cable. So MIDI out to MIDI into the Phantom, and that's it. This will work with any V-Drums, and this will work with any of the Roland keyboards that has a sequencer. And even if they don't have a sequencer, you can trigger those instruments through there.
All right. Go. Get yourself a Roland MIDI cable if you don't already have one, and let's have a good time, baby. This is awesome.
All right, we'll let you guys go. I'll see if I can edit this up to make sense and not look like it was live. Or I might just leave it like live.
Thanks for the questions, those that hung out, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for being involved and for the support, and we'll catch you next time soon. Thanks, guys.
All right, you guys take care, and we'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.